You're sitting in your class, your teacher comes into your room, she looks at you and says, "Hey kids, the best girl of the show is coming inside as the transfer student. Are you happy or are you sad? Do you want to punch someone in the face?" Well, today we're going to go over 10 romance anime where the beautiful transfer student falls in love with the main character. Number 10, Kanakon.
それじゃあ、エゾモリさんの席は私の席、コウタの隣のどうぞどうぞそれじゃあ、授業始めます校則違反
This time, we don't have anime girls because who needs anime girls when you have animal spirits dressed as girls? That's right, this dude over here has so much manpower that he keeps attracting animal spirits towards him. And of course, that isn't a good thing, especially when the animal spirit straight up transfers to his school and demands to be near him at all times. The main two animals, anime girls, here are a fox spirit named Chizuru and a wolf spirit named Nozumu. With two girls by his side at all times, will our main character be able to survive school? Kanakon isn't one of those serious romance shows. It knows how to play its comedy really well, and you're soon going to love all of its characters. Keep your eye out for the white-haired girl. She's my favorite, but who knows? You might like the black-haired one. Number 9, Clockwork Planet.
今日からこの学校に通うことになりました。流髄はスレイブと申します。凡庸下等な方々に時間を浪する趣味はありませんので、特によろしくしていただかずとも結構です。私はナオト様の所有物です。
Do you want to see an anime where beautiful android girls save the world from a corrupt government with the help of a genius engineer? Yes, Clockwork Planet is the show I'm speaking of. We've got a smarty pants who is thrown into this world created by a creator named Y. Why doesn't Y have a better name? I don't know. That's the guys who made this anime. Anyways, one day our main character, Natomiura, stumbles upon a girl named Ryozu, made by this guy called Y himself. Now, the two have to uncover the mysteries behind the world while realizing their enemies chasing after them. This is one of those shows that focuses heavily on science fiction elements rather than romance, but you got a small romantic subplot running underneath this show as well, so give this one a go. Number 8, Akane Iru ni Sumaru Saka.
いいわけあるか
何か
永瀬さん、やっぱりそういうことだったんですね。
そういうことなんだろ
違うわよ。
The animation quality of this show isn't the best out there, and it ends with a bit of a controversial ending, but we all know when an anime is adapted from a visual novel, it's either going to mess up or end up doing justice to all routes. This is about one of those rich ladies suddenly being saved by a boy who tries to act cool. He thinks, "Man, I'll never see this girl in my life again," and turns out to leave, but guess what? She's the transfer student of the school. She quickly becomes the popular student in the class, and our guy, being the genius he is, straight up goes and kisses her and then immediately gets punched in the face. Ah, yes, the average wholesome anime relationship where the tsundere punches the dumb guy to hint at the start of the relationship. Why do I feel like I've seen this a million times before? Number 7, Just Because.
泉、私何も聞いてないんだけど。
What happens when a group of people don't have a strong connection with one another? They feel so close yet distant at the same time, and all of them are busy with their own work and have no time to think about others. Along comes the transfer student, Elita Izumi, a guy who left the town a long time ago but now decided to come back due to the work of his father. Will he be able to reunite this group? Yep, the premise feels like another Enohana, but this time our transfer student isn't a ghost, so you have nothing to worry about. But the problem is, when this guy arrives at school, he brings depression along with him. How are our lost group of friends going to cope with these new feelings? Well, watch the anime and find out. Number 6, Yuno, a girl who chants love at the bound of this world.
I'm Kana Hatano. Thanks for welcoming me to your class.
Who's on helper duty?
Hey, we met yesterday, right?
Teacher, we lost the list.
Take my advice and give your stepmom a message.
Well then.
Call off the construction project.
Once again, this is one of those shows adapted from a light novel, but instead of showing us the bad end, the show gives each girl an arc before finishing off the mystery in the final few episodes. This time, we have parallel worlds. I know, the good old Spider-Verse stuff, but do we find new Spider-Man here? Nope. Turns out our main character's father is a historian, and as soon as he found out about this, he had disappeared. Now, it's up to our guy and his bunch of friends to find out what the hell is happening around them. Of course, that isn't the only story. Along the way, you find the weird teacher who smokes cigars, another teacher who acts too mysterious, and finally the silent transfer student who looks like she's hiding something. What mystery and romance? Well, this is the show for you. Number 5, Nayaruko, Crawling with Love.
今日はみんなに転校生を紹介する。入ってきなさい。
いつもニコニコまひろさんの隣にはいよるコントニャルラとホテプお呼びとあらば即参上呼んでねえよ
Anime can't even let HP Lovecraft live in peace. This time we've got a HP Lovecraftian monster turned into an anime girl. Don't worry, she's one of the good ones. In fact, she's here to defend this guy from aliens. Is this a sequel to Aliens vs. Predator? No. You can see cool alien versus anime girl fights in this one? Well, yeah, sort of. This is something like Clockwork Planet. It focuses on other genres like comedy and sci-fi instead of romance, but you can see a ton of romance here as well. Why? Well, it turns out this alien monster girl is way too obsessed with our main character, and she's going to protect him no matter where he is. Yes, even when the poor guy is in high school. Number 4, Taboo Tattoo.
ロスから転校してきましたブルージーフルージーですイジーって呼んでくださいあの子
Yes, this is a martial arts anime, and yes, you'll see more fistfights than kisses in this show, but we still got a cute girl as a transfer student, and she immediately becomes the bodyguard of our guys, so we definitely give this show a spot on this list. So what's this anime about? Taboo Tattoo is about a boy named Segi, who receives a mysterious tattoo after defeating some thugs. This gets him pulled into a war between a special US Army unit and the Kingdom of Celestian. They all search for power crests, which are weaponized artifacts which can change the tide of the war and even change the fate of the whole world. Soon, Segi begins to learn the potential of his own power and continues to improve it in order to face the challenges. If you love some martial arts with your romance, and this is the show for you. Number 3, Tadai Never Falls in Love.
大丈夫
どこに行くんだ？送るから。
No, just because the title says this dude called Tada will never fall in love, he actually falls in love. And it turns out that the love brought him more troubles than what he asked for. Mitsuyoshi Tada one day assists a lost foreigner named Teresa, and soon they realize they visit the same school. Tada is also a good photographer and has some painful past memories. The anime follows his relationships with his friends and how he and Teresa get together as a couple. As usual, you get the barriers of love haunting the two lovers, but the two of them manage to surpass every blockade because true love wins in the end. Okay, that might be a bit too dramatic, but let's just say this girl is from a reputed family, and our photographer might not be the ideal match for her according to her parents. Number 2, Blue Spring Ride. This is what happens when the guy leaves you without saying even goodbye, and then comes back a couple of years later and says, I don't even know who you are. Futaba Yoshioka, during her middle school years, was the most popular girl in school, liked by all the boys. But out of all of them, she liked only one boy, Ko Tanaka, a classmate with whom she shared a shelter in the rain once. But after Ko's disappearance, Futaba was left alone and now at high school. She lives a carefree life with a tomboyish attitude, trying not to draw any attention. But things change when Ko returns back with a changed personality. Can our girl Futaba make him fall in love with her again? Blue Spring Ride gives you this whirlwind of emotions, so make sure you watch it while having a box of chocolates beside you. Number 1, Orange.
かけるもサッカーやりたいならちゃんと言いなよ見てるから私もかけるのこと
Orange isn't as juicy as oranges, and none of the characters have orange colored hair, so why is this anime called Orange? Well, you should watch the anime to find out. The anime premise follows Naho Takemiya on the first day of her sophomore year of high school. However, she was greeted by a strange letter that was addressed to her as she woke up. When she noticed that the letter claimed to be from herself 10 years into the future, she definitely found it hard to believe. However, she found herself believing in the letter as some of the events that were explained within the letter actually ended up taking place over time. Now, she has to work to prevent Naho from meeting a disaster, and of course, it isn't going to be easy. I mean, I mentioned this anime in my reject and regret video, so you should know what's coming.